So I have high standards for this game. You can see over here, Handfish is 1700 MMR, but that's with like 17 games. I really don't know if that's his MMR. I have not seen him play. And Darkdestroy is in the 1600s. He's definitely a 1600 player. If you ask Paz, who's currently in this game, I think he'd rate these two as the highest or some of the highest in GNL. You know, like I'm sure he'd talk up Monk as well because Monk is very good and a few others. Not talk up, but just straight up say he's good. I've not seen Handfish. He, I think, was the one who asked Handfish to join, so this should be interesting. Handfish, like I said, 1700 MMR. I forgot the overlay. Hold on. It should go up in a minute. Hopefully. Don't lie to me. Work. Damn it. It's not working. Oh, there it goes. All right. Anyway, Handfish. Okay. Australia. Wasn't sure exactly. And I don't know his style. Never seen him. Darkdestroy, very good player. Like I said, he is an undead main, although he plays like all these other races a lot, just in random games. So I'll be interested to see how this one goes. Don't really know. DH first. DK, that's standard. He's looking to murder the chicken. This is why you hit it from the other side, because then it walks this way. And I'm sure he won't screw this one up, so I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm always more interested in what the undead is doing, because there are a few different strategies. Well, at least it feels like there's more different variety of strategies. I might be biased. I am biased. So Handfish, I believe, is for on Clutcher Kick's team, and Darkdestroy is on Tome Raiders. They have an right now the points are 8 to 10. I just don't remember which way is which. I think it's 8 for Clutcher Kick and 10 for Tome Raiders. So he's already pulling some. I mean, it's just for creeping purposes, but it does slow down his tech just like the tiniest bit, but not really. He'll have enough wood. If he sent this one back right now, he'd have enough wood, but now he doesn't have enough gold. But instead, he's staying tier 1. Making more ghouls. Not teching as quick as he humanly could. Probably will soon, though. Does get it done, though, before... And I really hope this is just lagging on my side and not lagging for them in game, but I'm spiking a lot. Then again, we are on the Oceania server because these guys are on the other side of the world. So this might be the one time where they are not lagging, and I am a little bit, but that's fine. As long as it's not on their side too. This is the most annoying thing ever as an undead player dealing with this shit. But he does get out with 14 life, so that's not bad. Everything's really standard right now. It's still a little bit early. He doesn't need to put down a second crypt yet if he's going Gargs, but we'll know soon. Probably not. I don't think he would be building the way he is if he was, but I could be wrong. This isn't a bad Garg map at all. This is where it gets a little dicey. He's now coming out with his ghouls. At least there's no boots on his DH, so he's just going to go suicide it. Which isn't a bad idea. You know, you can see that didn't work, but it wasn't a bad idea. But this is why I was saying it's a little bit dicey. You come out here in the DH, even though without boots, DH can still chase down these ghouls if they're low enough. Just very, very slow. So at this point, I think it's pretty safe to say he is probably transitioning into Fiends. You can take this creep with just ghouls, but usually you bring a few more ghouls in this, like 1 or 2 more, because right here, He only has 2 left now. I mean, he could have just poked one and kept going, but it's a little bit hard. I'm wondering if he thought that would give him level 2, just taking out one of them, which is pretty big, you know. Suddenly he could chase down archers a little bit easier, but he's four off, and now Naga's coming up his ass, so the pressure continues. He's totally ignoring the second crypt. You know, I was sitting here saying, oh, you know, he's probably going Fiends because he never put down a second crypt. But he put down the second crypt. Handfish decided not to try and cancel it, but to go for the actual hero, which is fine. But this is going to be some late Gargs. I mean, he can go one Garg, but you know, you'd like to, obviously. Murdered his own ghoul. Better than giving to the other side, that's for sure. And now that he has gold... Oh, no. I think he did that in reaction to Handfish coming back. He tried to tech, and then he canceled the tech like 2 seconds later. So that's just gold down the toilet and wood down the toilet for nothing. It's not much, but it's still something. It's not something you ever want to do. So I'm pretty sure that was in reaction to Handfish coming back because his Narub Tower is not really going to be hitting anything. He did also get a Lich. So that's another benefit of not, like... I think, at least, that was in part because his crypt was late. Usually when you get 2 crypts too quick, you're like... You either tech and, like, aren't making Gargs and shit, get to tier 3, or you stick with, like, a DK. He only needs, like, 1 or 2 more Gargs to comfortably take this dragon and this dragon and get the items. But right now, he just doesn't have any space. Handfish is right up on top of him. He doesn't have mana for the heal, so now he's just trying to block. He doesn't really block, but Handfish is fine just poking whatever comes his way. I didn't even look back here, but Handfish is ready. He's like, come at me, bro, with those Gargs, because he already has 2 APs up. It's probably even overkill. I mean, you normally don't need 2 APs, but maybe at really high levels, that would totally fuck him. You know, like getting 2 APs. But, you know, they're high level comparatively, but you can get away with getting 2 APs, and it's just so much safer. He's using the Dryad to scout because you can't really nuke it. What can you do? As long as you're paying attention to it, you can run away in time. And he knows, you know, check the red, because when you have 4 to 5 Gargs, there's a good chance he might be going there. You just gotta watch, like, the one Garg that's being aimed by all these other dudes, and just, like, right-click another Garg real quick, and you're fine. And look at that, you get something like a fat-ass Soapy Mask. This is a very squishy army right now until Master Bears, which are halfway out, finished. He doesn't know it, but he's perfectly fine on this side of the map, so it's a little ballsy, but it's going to work out because Darkdestroy, or the big red orc, just on the other side. He did get a sack pit. It's a little expensive going all this on one base if he's going to try and go like Frostworms, but eventually Gargs just don't cut it anymore. You do need something for the bears. And he's just going Wisp hunting right now. And it might actually work out. Although he does have 1 more Nova if he wants to use it. And this is nice juggling. You can see over here he's been juggling in some of the weak ones. Decides not to use Nova. Can't really nuke that. He's only level 2. You could try, I was saying though, but he's got Rejuve and he's in the middle of 4 Moonwells. And now he's tier 3. He's probably about to pick up his orb. He's got 900 gold. And suddenly these Gargs are a lot less effective. I don't think he knows he has 2 Gargs over here as well. You know, when Paz, like, told Handfish to join Jats, I thought Handfish, like, sucked or something. Not sucked, but was, like, lower MMR because he's like, you should join Jim and GNL. And then I look at his MMR. He probably has the highest MMR in the league right now. Because he's a little bit over 1,700. Not with many games, but still over 1,700. Boneyard going down. He's just going to go into Frosties. That's not a bad idea. You got to do something about those damn bears. No, okay. He hasn't gotten an orb yet. He does have the gold to do it. But he chose not to or forgot not to. I don't know. Pit Lord. I guess Hal. Yeah. I say that surprisingly, but I've seen Pit Lord before as a third. It is for the Hal. You know, you got so many Gargs. You're going to have so many Gargs. That's usually what you're facing. You know, sometimes people make just like 20 Gargs, and then Pit Lord comes in and makes each one of those Gargs do less damage. Not bad. Plus 12 damage. That's also not freaking bad. Put it on the Pit Lord. It's all of a sudden that plus 20 damage with Roar. That'll be a fun cleave. Although, no, I won't do too much given the army type. First Frosty on its way. He is staying at 48 food, so that's good. The ward, nice ward placement. He knows he doesn't have to get just out and he can sneak by or come and jack it if he wanted to. Although, honestly, with this type of army, it's not the best thing to do. Handfish is also putting up his expo. If Darkdestroy can pick that out and see that it's happening, that would be amazing. But I don't think he is. I mean, he never got a shade, even though he is... Okay, I thought he might try... Okay, never mind. Staff is on cooldown. I was waiting for the staff. But I think he might have staffed his his Pit Lord back to get its own staff. Handfish loves his APs. I mean, I don't blame him. But that's quite a few APs. And Dark is canceling or killing them instead of aiming the tree. I'm not sure if that's going to be the right way to go. I don't know. He's now going to be taking a ton of damage. He does cancel it. All right. So in the end, it kind of works out. He lost 1 Garg. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It does suck, but could be worse. Now, you know, usually you see like a ton of Dryads, but I've joked before, the counter to Gargs are bears and heroes. And that seems to be what Handfish is doing. The problem is, Darkdestroy is not just going Gargs, he's going Frostworms, and these things fucking hurt. Bears just get like deleted when you have especially 2 Frostworms with a Lich poking at him. And we got a run by coming up. Or at least I believe we're going to have a run by coming up. I don't know how effective that would be in a game like this, given that there's 2 APs back here already, but I don't know why else you'd put him over here, unless that was just a misclick. Maybe he has them on hotkey for some reason. Or he just wants to meet up with his army, maybe? I don't know. I was going to say, though, a run-by really doesn't work when they already got static defense. A player's forces are under attack. So, he did get a second orb on his Pit Lord, so now the Pit Lord can shoot up, and it's going to be doing possibly 60 damage a hit. That fucking hurts. But you can see over here, he's already got 2-0 upgrades on his Gargs and his Frosties. So that's gonna fucking hurt. And he is creeping up the Pit Lord solo. I'm waiting to see what he does with the Pit Lord. Because he never put, like... Can't use Cleave, like, on air. So... I would presume he'd use the third skill. But he hasn't yet. Jesus, that Pit Lord is chunky as hell. I don't think you need that much on the Pit Lord. With the invul and the healing pot, like, it's more likely your DH is going to get nuked. It's not like you can actually coil the Pit Lord. But shouldn't die, that's for sure. I mean, the Naga is the one that may die. It's going 3 orbs. Nope, another staff. And yeah, you just saw one of those bears get murdered. Well, you didn't really see it. But the fact of the matter is I looked away for a second and it got deleted. Expo going up behind all this because, well, Darkdestroy knows exactly where he is right now. And you can see, even with how these bears get deleted, he had to staff out like 2 of them. So now the bears are just, I mean, the Frosties are just going to turn around and right-click the DH. He does have one more staff off cooldown, but instead he just TPs out. Yeah, Black, I wasn't sure if he actually did that on accident or not. I figured, but I didn't want to say he staffed the Pit Lord on accident, and then there might be some big brain play, I don't know. Wisp versus Acolytes, who wins? So this is kind of ballsy out of Darkdestroy. I mean, Handfish. Like, he was just made the TP back from his base right here. And I get it. If the Expo goes up, he's boned. He is fucked. But he just ran across map. I was like, well, I'm going to go cancel it. I don't have a TP. It's a real problem because, well, here comes Darkdestroy. And now that there's really only one bear, these Frosties can either aim the bear like this, or start aiming heroes. And yeah, the Pit Lord is nice and all. It reduces damage, but Cleave doesn't really work with air. So, you know, you'd love if Cleave worked, all these guards would be dead already, but it doesn't. You can hear a lot of Gargs are dying, and that's just because of how easy Gargs die. But, you know, Darkdestroy's fine with this. He doesn't give a shit if they die. It sucks, but his Frosties are alive, and now you got 2 heroes. The Naga is the one... Nope. No, okay, he can be... Alright, he's not going to be staffed out. I was going to say, he could be staffed out, but, no. So now that should be 2 dead heroes. The DH is way... No, maybe not. Never mind. That is an alive hero. But he shouldn't be in this game for much longer. Darkdestroy really shouldn't lose when Handfish is at 41 food and he's at 61 food. And, yeah. There's only 2 bears. Now we're getting the shade. And that might just be because he overbuilt acolytes. And you're just like, well, shit, I got to do something with it. So we got 2-1 upgrades to 0-0 upgrades, and he's mad at his bear? Poisoned his bear? Feels bad? That was a nice tally back. But he's now pulling out the dryads, but hopefully for him it's not too late, but it probably is. I mean, even just a few dryads on top of heroes can really, really, really deal with the Gargs. The problem is level 5 Lich, level 5.4 DK. I mean, the DK really doesn't get much better at this point, but he's reached where he wants to be. You can even get a 5th hero at this point. 5th hero? 3rd hero at this point. Talking. It's hard. No TP again on Handfish. I mean, he can't really afford it. He's got to make units. But he is just going across map. Last time, didn't really work out for him. This time, probably still won't work out for him. But, yeah, we'll see. Does have more Dryads this time, but he might be down one more Dryad in a second. Yeah. I am looking at your name, looking at my name. Rip, Shredder, and the Walking Treants. Because the mains got mined out. I didn't watch it, but yeah, spoiler, his tree died. It's a good play. I mean, the way he thinks of it is if he takes out the Expo, maybe he can walk his tree somewhere and live. You know, like as the Night Elf, you are able to walk your trees. So he's probably hoping he had a little bit more time. He takes out this Expo, and then suddenly maybe he gets an Expo going. And maybe he can hold out. But yeah, now they're on no Expos each for about 5 more seconds, and then Darkdestroy gets the middle, which he's going to see as he walks by and probably feel real bad. Look at my name, type grid. Exclamation point grid, that is, and you can see the schedule. It's for GNL. Alright, so that's a 1-0 for Darkdestroy or the Red Orc. We got another game coming up in a second. I don't know if you are already on Gym Discord looking at my name, but that's what GNL is. This is the grid that you can find there. And Handfish is on... Hey, they already made a game. God, I'm smart. Handfish, he is on Team Clutcher Kick, and Darkdestroy is on Team Tome Raiders. And they are going Tidehunters. You still got one more game tonight in 3 hours and 15 minutes. And another series coming up. which should be between Corey Mac and Alps. Well, I know where Alps is, so Corey Mac is probably a little bit lower, but like MMR wise, but it should still be a really fun game. This is probably the highest MMR players, so you get one end of things, and later we'll get the other end of things. All right, so now we got game 2. Darkdestroy is definitely not a platinum player. He just, I guess, hasn't played enough yet to get up into Diamond. And Undead is his main race. Damn it. I screwed that up. Handfish did not infect win a game yet. How is that supposed to work? I don't even know. Someone needs to tell me. Someone needs to explain to my simple brain how that updates itself, because it never does when I want it to. And then I guess on which one to update. And it's always the wrong one in between. Alright. I should probably shut up because he went Ancient of War, which means we're going to be seeing... Oh, thank you, Soul Glider. Ooh. 22 people. What was that, from Watched Up League? You guys had a long cast. But Handfish is going with Alter soon for a Tavern Hero. I mean, I can probably guess what it's going to be. But where's the fun in that? Darkdestroy, on the other hand, or TheRedOrc, probably going to be seeing Expo out of him. Very possibly. This is a very easy camp to take, so who knows? Yep, DK. Really not much to say at the beginning. It's really, what hero is Handfish going to go? Probably, I doubt it. I doubt DR. That's so old school. I mean, you kind of see with humans sometimes Beastmaster. But it could be DR. Could be Beastmaster. I mean, if he's feeling real spicy, I mean really spicy, there's like Alchemist or Panda, but that's... no. Usually not. Want to go real crazy and make a Tinker? Okay, Pitlord. Holy shit. I should have thought about that, only because he's Paz's friend. Nice block. That saves him a headache. And, though, I was going to say, and he killed the Acolyte. That was going to go Expo, but nah, he made another one. I really have never played verse Pitlord first as a Night Elf. When versing a Night Elf, I should say. He picked this map, so I hope he knows, like, build order, or a creep pattern. Don't really know, though. He also doesn't know the Expo's going up. He should guess, but he hasn't. And, okay, double Zig before anything else. That's going to be a pretty late Expo, but, I mean, he only has 2 guys on wood. He's got to get another 100 wood, approximately. And he's going to want to upgrade this, so that'll be another 20 wood down. Tinker first, Season Boy is usually just cheesy, but it's fun. It can be fun. Especially at like level 6. Suddenly, can't be nuked anymore and you're a complete asshole and you run around the map killing things. Alright, so he's going to scout this, but he's going to see 2 towers and still no Expo. Jeez. This is very, very late. But I mean, Fiddlord obviously ain't bad early game when it can start cleaving. If it can get the right items, you know, claws +5 is nice. Strength is nice. He wants to be beefy and he wants to have some damage. Agility, not really useful as you can see, but, or I should say as you can see. He is a strength hero, but whatever. Evasion, not bad. Not exactly what you want, but hey, if he gets surrounded, keeps him alive a little bit longer. And Darkdestroy is just waiting for this. He does know it's a pit lord. I mean, he scouted it when it first, like, very first came out. Still tier 1. I don't know if this is right. Like, I don't like to ever say people are wrong when they do something. He's not a bad player at all, but, like, this just... it feels wrong to me, sitting tier 1 this long. You know? It feels like he's going to be so far behind, but maybe I'm wrong, because tier 2 is now out, so, like, if he wanted to push, he can now push with his panda, with his pit lord, and maybe get like a panda or something for more AoE if he wanted to, or whatever his second hero is. And what, he never got a graveyard yet, so suddenly it's one Rube Tower versus potentially 2 heroes. He doesn't know what's coming. So to me, this feels very late, especially when he hasn't, like you can see here, gotten a graveyard yet. He does have plenty of ghouls, which is nice, but I don't know. It just feels wrong to me. I could be totally wrong about that, like I said, though. And he might get away with it. Second crypt. It's probably going to put it down a third. Yep. If he gets level, I mean, if he gets tier 2, he's going to feel nice. He's going to start feeling a lot more comfortable. And Handfish is probably going to give it to him. He's just creeping away, you know, getting this guy up. There you go, circle it. Makes him even more beefy. Do a little bit more damage as well. And Darkdestroy is looking to buy himself some time, I think. You can see the staff on him. He's not going to be able to cancel either of these, that's for sure. Most he can do is take out some wisps. There's really nothing he can do except detonate the wisp. I mean, he can juggle, but there's still one more coil. Yeah, the most he can do is just detonate. But now he can juggle, and he is going to maybe take this out if there's no repair. He does have plenty of gold to just, you know, telly back. And then once this hits tier 2, he can buy himself a mana pot. But not yet. No second hero for Handfish. So to me that means... Okay, it's telling out. To me that means he really wants to get a high level DL, do damage. And you can see right here, he wants to go to work, leaving away. You never want to get surrounded underneath these Narub towers, but you can see the amount of damage he's doing. He will just TP out, but that's not what he wanted. But that was what, 3 ghouls dead? What feels like a good game. I mean, if he lets this go, yeah, this might be over. But Handfish just had to spend a lot of gold, though. You know, he had that was a lot of gold. Upping this tower, he had to up the towers over here. He had to rebuild a crypt after dying or losing one. Handfish could expo. He could have expoed when he wanted to, but he hasn't. Bears are pretty damn good, though, versus towers, you know. And he's not anywhere near, like, Frenzy Ghouls. So he's going to be relying on Gargs. Not many archers, so that's alright. He could probably deal with them. I was looking to see if he bought an orb, because I'm still not used to looking up in the right corner. He's probably going to see this and feel really bad. He needs to get the bears in on there. In bear form, though. Or else they take all of that damage for nothing. Yeah, alright. Every single second, as Zizam was saying, feels like a good game already. Well, every single second feels more and more like a good game. The closer he gets to tier 3, suddenly there's an orb, suddenly the Garks stop tickling things and start murdering things. We really need some more of these bears. There we go. He's even got another one. And this is the fun part. You can just see the acolytes start dying. Look at that. That's ridiculous. And then all these ghouls take so much damage. Problem is, he does have quite a few guards in the air, and he's just ignoring the bears. He's going for the archers first. He's got to watch this DK, though. There's no way to lock down the DK, but it's already getting low life. And we're probably going to... Nope. There we go. I was going to say the orb. I'd feel a lot better about this if Handfish had an orb himself, but he doesn't. So these Gargs really can do what they want when there's only 3 archers able to hit them. What is this? Wait, why? Handfish just unmorphed all of his bears. I don't know why. Just for rejuve? Okay. I mean, this is scary. Look at this. This thing... This is why everyone hates Gargs. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Like, 7 Gargs are poking an archer and can't freaking kill it. But... So I guess it kind of worked, but there's still, like, you know, enough Gargs in the air. He's still pumping Gargs over here. He does have the Dryads on the way. That's good. Oh, and the DK's... Well, it was surrounded. It is going to TP right back in, though. And he correctly guessed where it was going. Nice use of the Telestaff, that's for sure. I was going to say, he's getting stuck in the back of his base, but no, now instead, Handfish is the one stuck in the back of the base. Yeah, Kaiser, if you can't tell, I might be biased against, you know, everything against Undead. So, Pit Lord... We could have seen some fireworks if we got a little bit higher level, but instead it's going to die. And that... He actually had some archers queued up over here, but it wouldn't have made a difference. That was a quick 2-0. That was an interesting strategy, though, that's for sure. I think if Handfish had scouted earlier, he would have seen that that was an extremely, extremely late expo, and there was probably a timing for him to take that down for sure. But he didn't. I mean, I know PL is not like the greatest pushing hero at that point, but it definitely could have done some amounts of work. I know you saw the late expo, but I meant if he had realized how late it really was, and the fact that he didn't have a graveyard, so he couldn't upgrade his towers.